First Man is directed by Damien Chazelle, the same man behind Whiplash as well as La La Land, and this movie chronicles the events leading up to and following the Apollo 11 mission. But more specifically, this film shines a spotlight on Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, and it shows how this mission affects not only himself, but the people around him. Damien Chazelle, Oscar-winning director, and easily one of the most exciting up-and-coming filmmakers working today. The amount of technical precision put on display with his films are especially noteworthy. Not only that, but his screenplays as well are quite impressive. And of course, with First Man, he reunites with Ryan Gosling. The last time they collaborated together was obviously with La La Land, which earned him an Oscar nomination. And with the addition of Claire Foy as well as Justin Hurwitz, how could I not be at least curious to see what the final product of this movie would be with all of these incredible pieces brought together. And with First Man, all of those components combined together in a way that not only respects Neil Armstrong and the men who went on this mission, but tells a truly exhilarating story of determination and passion. What Damien Chazelle does behind the camera stylistically is very unlike any of the other movies he has crafted thus far. There are moments in this movie, particularly the more intense scenes, that feel very Nolan-esque, and Chazelle really proves once again to not only be very precise in his storytelling, but someone who has a very versatile style to his direction. The more emotional scenes deliver, the more suspenseful scenes deliver. Damien Chazelle works absolute magic behind the camera with this film. Ryan Gosling also is another highlight, offering this very understated performance. He is incredibly subdued throughout this film. I had no idea that Neil Armstrong actually behaved in this way. That, of course, is assuming that Gosling's performance is based somewhat in reality. Claire Foy also portrays Janet Armstrong in this film, and she continues to have a magnificent year. First with Unsane, now this, and then The Girl in the Spider's Web coming later this year. But she is fantastic in this film. In fact, she may be looking at an Oscar nomination for this film. The score also is composed by Justin Hurwitz, who as well received some love for La La Land, leaving that night with not one, but 2 trophies in hand. But his work here with First Man is truly outstanding. To a surprise to no one, this score for this film has this very jazz-like undertone that shines through quite often. I actually could see myself listening to the score independently from this film. First Man is a truly solid movie. There aren't a lot of holes that you can poke in this film. The performances, as I said, are fantastic. The direction, the score, they're all wonderful. However, I will say this. In the past, Damien Chazelle has chosen in his films to focus on a character who is so driven by their passion, maybe too much for their own good. And as a result of them setting their sight on their goals, there are other elements in their life that just seem to kind of slip away. Now, an aspect about First Man that I truly loved was what it has to say about Neil Armstrong and what he did and what he sacrificed for this country, and the strain that this mission puts on not only himself, but his family and the people around him. Now, unfortunately, even before I saw this movie, I probably could have told you that would be the overarching message of this film, simply because of who is directing it. And when I left this movie, I feel like I got exactly what I was expecting to get. Damien Chazelle is such a talented filmmaker, and I would absolutely hate for him to put himself into this box and to only make movies about people who are just way too passionate for their own good. Because this movie does feel a bit like low-hanging fruit for him. I know he's capable of more. Overall, I think First Man is on a technical level magnificent. Everything from the performances, the visual effects, the score, the editing, everything is so well done. However, I feel because of the director's previous films and the way in which he goes about telling those stories, this film's deeper meaning just comes off as a bit predictable. I am very excited to see what Damien Chazelle does next, but I hope with his next project, he really decides to stretch himself and really challenge himself and make something that is very unique to his style. So did you guys see First Man? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, you can click on the link down below and subscribe to my channel to see more movie reviews and movie related things. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.